Hi, I'm Lewis Collins, and I'm with the Freedom Coalition, and we're continuing our discussion on addressing some of the issues facing the church, particularly the issue of the poverty mentality. Bill, what are some of your thoughts on that?
Well, I know we were talking about this earlier, and one of the things I think is a mistake that a lot of people in the church make is they focus in on the obstacles, the limitations that they see instead of the provisions or the opportunities that God's given you. For instance, a lot of people, they think, well, if there's things that are resisting me doing something, then it's probably a closed door. I shouldn't walk through it. And I think personally that if there's obstacles in the way, then the Lord's going to give us wisdom on how to go around them, how to overcome them. And one of the responses I get a lot from people is they go, well, I'm going to just trust in God. If He wants it to be done, He's going to make it happen. And they just sit around waiting for it to take place. And I couldn't disagree more. But they'll even think I'm saying that I'm promoting works by doing that. Man, I'm not a works guy. You know how much I love the power and the majesty of grace. But God wants to participate with us in that. And one of the things that I think we tend to forget is that He is wanting to be involved in this. Jim Gall called it the divine dance. An illustration of an old joke that we used to always hear is the guy who's waiting for God to rescue him from a flood. And he's on the roof of his house. A guy drives by on a boat, says, "Hey, jump on in." He goes, "No, I'm going to trust God." Helicopter flies by and says, "Hey, here's a rope, climb on in." He goes, "No, I'm going to trust God." And then he drowns from the flood and goes to heaven and he goes, "I thought you were going to rescue me, God." And God said, "Well, I sent a boat and I sent a helicopter. What do you expect me to do?" In the same way, I think that we sit around waiting for God to deliver us instead of being involved in that deliverance. Gideon was whittled down to 300 men, but there were still 300 men. God wanted them to trust Him, but He wanted them to be part of seeing His deliverance. And so in the same way, I feel like God's given us the privilege to be a part of overcoming these obstacles. And sometimes you're going to skin your knees and sometimes you're going to fail. But something that a friend of mine said, David Colliser, he goes, "Success is simply a series of diminishing failures. And I learn from them. I grow from them. They're not something to avoid. They're something to overcome."
Wow, that is so good.
Excellent.
That's great.
Well, if you have any other comments on this or you want to dialogue about it, just contact us. We'd love to talk to you because we really are trying to deal with root issues that are affecting the church, but really affecting our society as a whole. So thanks for watching.